Hello friends, I'm Sudhanshu Dikshit, PGT English, KV number 3 Agra Kent. I'm here with you, Class 12th English Vistas book, Chapter 8, Memories of Childhood. So this chapter has been divided into two parts. So let us discuss the first part of the story. As you can see, the first part is titled as Cutting of My Short Hair, Part 1 by Jitkala Shah. We Too Are Human Beings, Part 2 by Bama. So before you read, let us go through some points about this chapter. This unit presents autobiographical episodes from the lives of two women from marginalized communities who look back on their childhood and reflect on their relationship with the mainstream culture. The first account is by an American Indian woman born in the late 19th century. The second is by a contemporary Tamil Dalit writer. So, part 1, Gertrude Simmons Bonin. The pen name of this writer is Jitkala Shah. She was born in 1876, was an extraordinary talented and educated Native American woman who had struggled and triumphed in a time when severe prejudice prevailed towards Native American culture and women. As a writer, she adopted the pen name Jitkala Shah and in 1900 began publishing article criticizing the Carlisle Indian School. Her works criticized dogma and her life as a Native American woman, and she was dedicated against the evils of oppressions. Oppressions means exploitation. Part 2. Bama is the pen name of a Tamil Dalit woman from a Roman Catholic family. She has published three main works: an autobiography, Karukku, 1992, a novel, Sangati, 1994, and a collection of short stories, Kishumbu Karan, 1996. The following excerpt has been taken from Karukku. Karukku means Pamyara leaves in Tamil, which with their serrated edges on both sides are like double-edged swords by a felicitous pun. The Tamil word Karakku, containing the word karu, embryo or seed, also means freshness and newness. What is the meaning of felicitous pun? Felicitous pun. Pun is a kind of literary device which has two meanings or double meaning. So here felicitous pun means that Karuku, which is originally Pamyara leaves and serrated Pamyara leaves, and the story is also some sharp images and sharp turning points into the development of its plot. Now let us go through the cutting of my long hair, part 1. Characters: Gertrude Simmons, the narrator of the story; Judevin, a friend of Gertrude Simmons or Jitkala Shah, a pale-faced woman, a teacher or a member of staff at the Carlisle Indian Industrial School in Carlisle. It is in USA. Theme: it highlights the despise, racial discrimination and unhealthy treatment towards the humanity in general and women in particular. Introduction. This account relates to an American Indian woman who becomes the victim of racial discrimination. She is admitted to a school where Native Indians do not get respect, honor, dignity, and due weightage in America. She is forced by the whites to follow their tradition and traits. Simmons is dragged out and tied to a chair to shingle out her long hair. She cries, struggles, kicks, resists, shows reluctance, and she ultimately feels like one of the many animals driven by a herder. Let's go through the summary. This extract is a painful revelation of a particular period of life which the writer had to suffer during her hostel days. It was the first day of her boarding school situated in the land of apples. The children were given the task of apple picking in the bitter and biting cold. They were taken to the breakfast hall and the girl was feeling stressed. She did not know the table manners. She was being watched very carefully by a strange pale-faced woman. The girl felt very fearful and insulted. Her friend, who could understand some English, told her that the pale, strange women intended to cut her long hair. Jitkala Shah learned from her mother that hair would be shingled only for the unskilled warrior, cowards, and mourners. She decided to fight back and got herself hidden in a dim room under the bed. Everybody looked for her and called her name, but eventually caught. Her long hair was cut, although she resisted a lot. She spent her rest of the life there like a small animal being a part of a herd which has driven by a herder. Gist of the lesson. The first part deals with the account of Simmons, an American Indian who fought against the prejudices of the society against American Indian. She describes her experience on her first day at the Carlisle Indian School. The customs and rules of the place were strange and new to her. She was forced to wear clothes that were considered undignified in her culture. At breakfast, she was embarrassed that she did not know the routine of the place. When she comes to know that they were planning to cut her hair, she protests by hiding under the bed, even though she knew it was futile. In her culture, it was the cowards whose hair was shingled. The cutting of my long hair. Let us go through the phase wise. The ruckus cage. Ruckus means harsh. The author narrates the incident of agonizing first day of her new boarding school life as Native American. The day was bitterly cold and she was aghast to find herself amidst the chaos of the annoying loud noises of the ringing bell, clattering shoes and ceaseless murmuring in English, the language which was still unknown to her. In that new place she fell prey or an easy target to the European missionaries who were prejudiced and biased against the Native American clan. Caught in this strange new world, she yearned for her lost freedom. Discipline of the dining hall. The ringing bell was indication for breakfast. As Jitkalasha entered the room in a line with her Indian counterparts, who seemed unconcerned about being immodestly dressed in stiff shoes and closely clinging dresses, she noticed boys entering from the other door. Her eyes searched and spied on the three Native American boys who had joined the school with her. They were as uncomfortable as she. She tried hard to adjust to the highly methodical place full of watch eyes, but it left her in tears. The hardest trial. As the day proceeded, her friend Judevin informed her about the decision of the pale-faced woman to shingle their heavy tresses or hair. Jitkalasha was baffled by this idea because she had grown up with the mother's belief that only mourners and cowards had short hair. Having left with no choice, Judevin resigned to her fate, unlike Jitkala, who intended to rebel till the time she could. The struggle and the subsequent resignation. The brave girl tried her level best to save her hair from the insult of being singled. She hid under a bed in an empty dark room, but she was dragged out and carried to the chair where she was tied until her hair was cut mercilessly. Relentlessly mourning for her mother, she kicked wildly and cried out loud, continuously shaking her head in resistance. However, overpowered by the enemy, she soon gave up and begrudgingly accepted her pitiable fate as one of many little animals driven by a European herder. Exposition of text words. Belfry, a bell tower or steeple housing bells. Clatter, to make short, loud, repeated sound. Murmuring, to say something in a low, quiet voice. Shingled hair, hair is cropped close to the head. Moccasins, a flat, comfortable shoe made from soft leather. Immodestly, indecent or shameless. Huddled, to crouch low or curl up. Gnaw off, cut off. Indignities, not treated with respect. Anguish, great mental pain or suffering. Let's have a recapitulation. The first part deals with the account of Simmons, an American Indian who fought against the prejudices of the society against American Indians. She describes her experience on her first day at the Carlisle Indian School. The customs and rules of the place were strange and new to her. She was forced to wear clothes and were considered undignified in her culture. At breakfast, she was embarrassed that she did not know the routine of the place. When she comes to know that they were planning to cut her hair, she protests by hiding under the bed. Even though she knew it was futile in her culture, it was the cowards whose hair were shingled, and she felt like an animal driven by a herder. Comprehension check. Word limit must be 30 to 40 words. What were the indignities that the new girls were subjected at Carlisle Indian School? On learning that her long hair would be cut, the author decided to struggle first. What does this tell us about the author? And now I was the only one of many little animals driven by herder. Explain. This question frequently comes into the board examination in previous years. Links for full text ncrt.nic.in. References for content enrichment studytoday.com, learncbse.in, ncrtonline.com. Hope you have enjoyed this learning experience. So your feedback are always awaited to make my performance better. Thank you. Have a nice time.